Okay, we're on to the final day, Red Room Day 5. Thank you so much for participating in this challenge with me and being open to exploring new experiences and new ways of engaging with a partner, new ways of experiencing touch, pleasure, different sensations. All right. So, today, on our final day, one, I want you to take some time for reflection and what stood out to you about this challenge. What allowed you to experience something new that you wouldn't have done otherwise. And I also want to go into pain versus pleasure. Okay. So I think sometimes that we have this visual, right? Like I've said this so many times throughout this challenge, we have this visual of what sex is supposed to look like and what it is not. All right. So inside of our Red Room Challenge, I want you to experiment with pain versus pleasure of what that means for you. All right. If you got a challenge, you received a package of nipple clamps, and I want to talk through how to use them and what they can allow for. So these are nipple clamps. They also have these gorgeous jewels on them that just make for a really fun necklace. All right. Nipple clamps are a way that you can play around with that touch pain pleasure point. So for many bodies, when aroused and when inside of a safe and comfortable experience, our sensation of pain changes. Okay. So think about the context of when you are doing the dishes and your partner comes up behind you and smacks your butt, and you are just like, oh my God, I'm doing the dishes, leave me alone, stop touching me, this is not the time for that, right? But when you are very aroused and very into what's happening and you are engaging with a partner, and there is touch and sensation and connection happening, and they smack your butt in the middle of sex, you're like, yeah, keep it coming, let's go, come on. Right? Like it's a totally different response that happens. And I want to frame this too. You are not broken if that's not something you're into or something that you're super into. All right. You are allowed to engage and experience what feels good for you. Okay. Let me put that disclaimer in there. But for a lot of bodies and a lot of vulva owners that I have spoken to, those are different, right? We respond differently. Nipple clamps are one way that we can play around with that pain and pleasure point. So this is a nipple clamp. I want to make sure you can see it well. There you go. Ours have a rubber lining on them. You can take these off if you want to explore the sensation of the metal on the nipple. If you want to explore a rougher sensation, you're welcome to do that. But ours have a rubber coating on them, and this is going to clamp around the nipple. This allows for a enhanced blood flow. It allows for a different sensation, a different pain point, kind of that pinching sensation. But with ours, you get to decide the intensity level. All right. You can leave them just like this, or you can clamp them tighter. And this has a slide on the bottom that holds that tightness level for you. All right. When you are engaging with your partner, you can put these on, your partner can put them on, you can put them on yourself for solo play, and they are literally just going to hang there. Okay. As you are engaging in play, as you are getting close to an orgasm, when you are about to experience that orgasm, you can unhook these, you can take these off, you can rip them off, whatever feels good for you. And then after the constriction has occurred with these, after removing that, you're going to get a surge of blood flow to your nipples that is enhancing your orgasm. All right. So every other part of our body, when we're having an orgasm, there's a lot of blood flow happening. There is muscle pulsations. There are so many things happening with an orgasm. This is a way to add another sensation to that, add a different sensation to that, and play around with that blood flow piece of it on that pain pleasure spectrum. All right. I am so excited that you all joined me this week in the Red Room Challenge. If you would like to do more challenges like this, where there is a little bit of educational pieces, a little bit of fun pieces, some things for you to try out, I would love to hear about it in the comments, because I want to know what you all want to do and in what ways you want to participate in this. So like I said all week, if there are products that you would like to try out, feel free to reach out to me. If there are things that you're curious about, or would like some more education, or you would like to explore this world a little bit more, feel free to reach out. I'm happy to pass on resources. As I said, I am not an expert in the kink and BDSM world, but I do know experts, all right? So I know that this is something that education is absolutely necessary on, and I'm more than happy to connect you to those people. Thank you so much for participating this week. And as always, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.